It's known as the Oscars of Ontario winemaking. And this year, more than 50 winemakers and over a dozen local chefs have gathered at the Niagara Falls View Casino to celebrate the 27th annual Cuvee Grand Tasting.
The Cool Climate Enology and Viticulture Institute at Brock University has had a long-standing relationship with Cuvee, and it only made sense with the transition from the Niagara Community Foundation that we take it over, with the proceeds now benefiting the industry that supports Cuvee. So the proceeds from this year's event will go to student bursaries and scholarships and research, again, that benefit the grape and wine industry.
And what will guests have the opportunity to experience this evening?
We like to focus on the favorite wine. So one winemaker, one favorite wine. What will that wine be? Will it be a Riesling? Will it be a Chardonnay? Perhaps a Merlot or a Cab Franc. So you won't find out until you go in to the Grand Hall and try for yourself.
And what wine are you showing off this evening?
Tonight I'm pouring the 2013 Semillon, our Terroir series, which is brand new right off the bottling line. It's fresh, clean white wine, kind of melon, citrusy, with a little bit of like an herbal tea note, and very more on the dry side, which makes it nice for your fish dishes.
And why do you feel that this wine best represents the winery you work for?
Well, at Legends Estates, we like to focus and have fun on more unique varietals. Semillon obviously being one of them. We also do a Malbec, straight Malbec, and Petit Verdot as well, which is very rare. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of Chardonnays, so Blancs. But I want to introduce our what we do different and how it suits our climate and our terroir.
Now, Cuvee, of course, celebrates Ontario wine, but the food component seems to be just as important for an event like this.
Yeah, it's become, like years ago, 27 years ago or whatever, however old we are, I remember food was, it was an integral part. It started with Michael Statlander, by the way, number one, or maybe number two, but that was kind of a background role, but certainly over the years it's moved in, like so many of our events, right? The food's very important, and because our food has evolved much like the wine industry has, our food stands with anyone else's food, just like our wines do. So it's a great showcase, both sides.
So I'm here with Anne, winemaker at Southbrook Vineyards. Anne, what wine have you selected to pour this evening at Cuvee?
It's our 2013 Chardonnay in our Triomphe line.
And how would you describe it?
Well, this is a classic cool climate Chardonnay, so it has that rich Chardonnay nose with lots of tropical fruit and a little bit of underlying tones of vanilla and from the oak barrels, and then but on the palate it's very lively and fresh and just kind of, waltzes across your tongue and down your throat, and it's very refreshing.
We have a very interesting wine tonight called Petit Verdot, which is a very unique styled wine. We do it in a Passamento style, and from our standpoint, it's a great wine that I think shows really well, and it shows well for Ontario.
What makes Cuvee exceptional, I feel, is that I'll go back to it's one winemaker, one wine, a story, and the opportunity for people to taste those wines, meet the winemaker, talk to the winemaker, find out why he or she chose that wine. That's what makes this event exceptional and unique.
Well, it's been a great night here at the Niagara Falls View Casino, celebrating the very best in Ontario wine and culinary delights. For The Source, I'm Katie Jones.